Hell, welcome back. I'm Eros Mandex, and today's video is going to be slightly different than it usually is. The reason for that is this is more of a video of me just talking. The first thing I want to touch on is that I haven't put out content in a little while. I do apologize for that. However, my video content is going to be uploaded more sporadically for a variety of reasons. The first one is I am in the process of moving, I am in the process of transferring commands, so I am extraordinarily busy, as well as my recording capabilities is slightly in limbo. The second thing being, as I said, I am transferring commands, and I am going to a ship. So, if I just don't upload content for like months on end, that's because I'm on deployment, and I do not have the ability to upload content. I am not dead, I am still alive, I am just somewhere out in the middle of the ocean, probably hating life. But that's besides the point. Anyways, like I said, I do feel bad about not putting out content for you guys. However, the reason I'm not putting out content is because I'm trying to do an overhaul of the channel and content and such. Because Reddit stuff is fun and all, but it's boring to do time and time again, and I love bouncing around. I feel I put myself in a box. I don't like being in a box. I'm not a cat. I'm a dog. Bark, bark, bark. Anyways, and I'm trying to find content that I could do to not only be more personal with y'all, but also content that I could be passionate about and not box myself into bullshit content or just one thing at a time. Anyways, speaking of bullshit and whatnot, how about a fun story from the military? Personally, I like to tell this story a lot. It's actually one of my favorite fuck-ups I have ever done. It's the time I accidentally spent $110,000 of good old-fashioned taxpayer money. Anyways, without further ado, without further introduction, let's figure out how the fuck that happens. I remember like it was yesterday. I was sitting in the office at the squadron, leaning back in my chair, munching on my popcorn, sipping on my energy drink. By the way, I should mention, I'm a supply clerk. I order shit, I track shit, I get you your shit. Most of the time. Anyways, so I was ordering things, I was clicking away on my computer, ordering parts left and right. 10 of this, 10 of that, 10 of everything. You get a bolt, you get a chair, we all get something from supply, depending on if it's in stock or not. So I was ordering the shit, and there was a work center that ordered like 43 parts at once. I was the only one in the office, but fortunately for me, my third class E4 motherfucking ass, it was an easy job just to click, 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 click. Because all I really needed to do was make sure the unit of issue and the quantity made some sort of sense. And to make sure that they weren't ordering like 95,862 of something. So anyways, I digress. I was ordering the stuff, and I guess I got sidetracked. I clicked a part, I saw the document number or tracking number assigned to the part, and then I saw that the work center ordered 0. I, of course, thought, oh, this isn't that big of a deal. I'm just going to call the work center, I'm going to complete it in the system, and I'm going to have AM1 reorder it. So I do that. AM1 is understanding. He goes, oh, whatever, I'll just reorder it, and he puts it through. So I continue clicking away. About, give or take, 5 minutes later, I get a call from ASD, Aviation Supply Depot, basically the brain of supply within the Navy, and it goes somewhere along the lines of, hello, this is LS2 so-and-so, who's ordering parts at your squadron currently? Me being the person who owns up to their potential fuck-ups, says something along the lines of, I don't know, why do you ask? He goes, well, someone ordered 95,862,000 bolts. Who was that? Now this is when my brain just kind of skips a beat, because like I said, I was the only one in the office, I was the only one ordering the parts, and there was no way in hell that I ordered 95,862 bolts. No way in hell. And you know, I don't know if any of y'all have ever had this moment where it's like you're at home, you're throwing a ball around the house with your brother or sister, and you hit your mom's favorite lamp and it shatters across the ground, and you just go like, ah! And you try and think of like how to like piece it back together, make sure everything's okay. That was what was going through my mind while I was waiting for LS2 to say,
anything else? When I ask him about the docket number or the tracking number, and he goes, well, the tracking number was Golf Yankee 89. I looked down, sure enough, the part that I ordered that had a 0 quantity, first off, thank God that I printed out that motherfucker. The only thing that saved my ass, because it showed that I had ordered 0, clearly on the sheet of paper. So, I go, I ordered 0. And he goes, no, you didn't. And I go, yeah, I did. And he goes, no, you didn't. And I go, yeah, I did. Eventually, we hang up, and I start to freak the fuck out because my LPO, or my immediate supervisor, is going to be coming back from lunch, and I know he is going to rip me a new asshole when he realizes when I just ordered 95,862.
My LPO freaks the fuck out. He didn't chew me a new asshole or anything like that. It was just one of those things where it's like, Eros, pay the fuck attention. And I go, roger that, LS1, roger that. And as I'm sure you guessed, this fuck up cost about $110,000. As wonderful as that story is, it doesn't stop there. About a year and a half later, I was sitting in Italy, smoking a cigarette, talking with a person from Texas, and I tell him this story because we were talking about times when we really goofed up. And he goes, that was you? Now I had that moment of shock where you put your hand on your chest and you go, and I go, what do you mean that was you? And he goes, yeah, there was a Navy-wide memorandum that went out about that. And it said there was a sailor that made such a simple mistake because they weren't paying attention and because they did this or that, and it told us how to avoid it. And I thought it was kind of funny that it happened, but, you know, how does 0 equal 95,862? Well, it turns out that when you order 0 of something in the Navy supply system, for whatever godforsaken reason, it orders the maximum amount allowed, which apparently is 95,862. Fun fact of the day. However, part of me was kind of horrified that the entire military knew that I done did goofed up. However, a better part of me, or another part of me, I should say, really wishes that I had that memorandum, that I had that email, so that way I could fucking frame it on my wall and just keep it as like a badge of honor in a way, because there are so many people that have NAMs, there are so many people that have different types of medals and things like that, but not many people can say that they have had a Navy-wide memorandum of a record released because of them without losing rank. And I would love to be standing on a stage, retiring from the Navy, and have that right next to my shadow box. That is the end of the story. What's the time when you guys goofed up and it ended surprisingly well? Let me know in the comments on down below. I would love to hear what that is, and I assure you I have like a dozen more of these stories. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Click the like button, click the subscribe button, and I hope to see y'all next time. My socials are on down below, and as always, I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you have a great night. I hope you have a wonderful whatever it is you decide to have, and I hope to see y'all next time.